While there's lots of speculation and rumours around what we can expect from the Colony Wars, there's still much we do not know. In fact, we're not even sure if the Colony Wars is the official name for this game-dependent war. To date, Bethesda have only mentioned the Colony Wars once in regards to Starfield.
20 years before the start of the game, the two largest factions in the settled systems, the United Colonies and Freestar Collective, engaged in the bloody Colony War. Today, the major factions enjoy an uneasy peace.
From this, we can infer there are two main factions in Starfield, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective. We can also infer they took part in what seems to be the biggest war in the Starfield universe. Despite this, they now live in an uneasy peace, much like the Skyrim Stormcloak and Imperial relationship, but just in space. It is also confirmed that the United Colonies are the largest faction in Starfield and act as more of an authoritative figure, whereas the Freestar Collective are more of a rebellion faction that helps the less fortunate, like the Minutemen in Fallout. So to recap the way I see it, the United Colonies are a split between good and evil, upholding the peace but in a controversial way. Yet the Freestar Collective seem to be the fully good option when choosing your faction. Let's not forget about the Crimson Fleet, who seem to be your fully evil option, just like the Institute in Fallout. And the Consultation faction will act as people who essentially just do whatever you say, like the Minutemen from Fallout. It wouldn't be surprising if Starfield just copied the theme of Fallout with these factions. However, there are many possibilities that you could just beat the game without joining any faction, which I'm sure some of you would enjoy. So why did the Colony Wars even start? We don't know for sure, but we do know that it took place 20 years prior to the game's beginning, a World War-like event, and this ended in the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective signing a peace treaty. But what has been confirmed is that this treaty was uneasy, and both factions are sort of ready for the war to commence again, and it is highly likely that this is where we come in. Now, it wouldn't be surprising if Starfield was used to redo Skyrim's original plans for their civil war. The Skyrim civil war was meant to be a lot more in-depth than what it actually was. They had plans of slower progression through the ranks and even weather-dependent battles, but the technology at the time made this almost impossible. Todd Howard, the lead director of Bethesda, has stated many times he would love to redo the Skyrim civil war. So what do you think in the comments? Could this be a space version of the original civil war questline? I think everyone's main question right now is, what were these factions even fighting over, and why did the Colony Wars even begin? Could it be territory, food, weapons? We don't have any idea. It would also be interesting to find out what other factions were doing while this large-scale war took place, or if any other factions were even involved. This brings me back to my previous point and question: could us, as the player, ignite the wars ourselves, or would it be the role to keep the factions at peace? I prefer the previous option. We've also seen numerous concept arts of decayed ships. Could this mean, as we explore the Starfield lands, we can find old ships from the Colony Wars? I wouldn't be surprised if the NPCs in the game vocalize which faction they support, and maybe some of the NPCs could become our companions. There is a lot of possibility when it comes to Starfield's lore and story. However, I strongly believe that it will be like Skyrim's Civil War questline. The Colony Wars is the thing I'm most excited for when it comes to this game, and that's why I decided to base my first video around it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.